It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang.
One, being that he's not a danger to the community. You heard multiple testimony as it relates to his community involvement, the things that he does for the community. But more importantly, the co-defendants that are on his indictment have all been given a bond. So we're asking for equity and asking for a bond similar to the other people on his indictment.
The government seems to have a lot of evidence. You talked about it, but you said that it doesn't seem like it's based on much except for the testimony of this guy who was under federal indictment. I mean, what do you make of all the evidence that they have put on?
The evidence, you heard it, the evidence that they have put on is based on a person, an individual that is under federal indictment for trafficking one of the most dangerous drugs in America, which is fentanyl. So again, the court has provided him with the bond. There are no allegations against my client whatsoever as it related to any type of drug trafficking as it relates to that co-defendant with fentanyl. So again, it's our position that he's entitled to a bond and he should get a bond, and we're just patiently waiting for the court's decision.
The prosecutor said for the turkey leg hut owner, the turkeys have come home to roost. What's your response?
I thought the chickens come home to roost, but again, this is not a rush for judgment. We're not going to, litigate this case in the media. We're looking for the court's ruling. We're looking forward to the court's ruling, and we're looking forward to clearing Mr. Lyndall Price's name.
One of the things came out today that was not in the indictment and he's not been charged with was this allegation that the turkey leg hut was being used to sell marijuana. Did you know about that allegation? What can you say about that
Again,
allegation now?
These are allegations that he had, to your point, that he has not been indicted on. So we're not going to really address things that don't relate to his detention hearing or relate to things that he's currently charged with.
Is it fair for them to be able to use that allegation to try to keep him in custody?
Well, a lot of things were brought up that, we necessarily didn't agree with, and we addressed those things during the course of the hearing. And again, we're just waiting for the court to make its ruling, and we look forward to the ruling, whatever that may be. And we look forward to clearing Mr. Price's name, Mr. Lyndall Price's name.
And you talked about discrepancies, I think, that the government, some things that they brought in their case. And I know one thing that you mentioned was the conflict of interest between Mr. Price's attorney and how he also used to represent Mr. Price. How do you plan to proceed with that moving forward?
Yeah, we're currently not going to discuss that.
What's your name, attorney?
Oh yeah, what are you saying?
I need your name.
Oh, you need my name?
I need your name so I can let
Chuck
people know who you are.
Not a problem. Chuck Ekbuanu.
Who?
Chuck Ekbuanu.
Can you spell it?
Daryl Austin, Mr. Robert Jones, and
I
Donnell
know you've been
Evans.
Southern.
My last name is E.G.
My name is none your damn business, okay? He popped his collar at the end, like, why'd you start to spell your name then?
Hey everybody, it's your good old buddy, Dr. Matthews here. We just getting out for the hearing with Lynn Price, who's used to be the former co-owner of Turkey Leg Hut and also owner of Oyster Hut. It was a lot of things that was being said in this hearing. You had the federal prosecution was making claims in regards to drugs being sold out of the Turkey Leg Hut. Was saying weed was being sold. So they were saying that the person who snitched was telling all of this. And then also they saying that he's currently under a DPS investigation for fraud, for identity theft, and stolen vehicles. They also, they had all this stuff. They even had the FBI agent that came over there and was saying this stuff. The FBI agent have been watching him for the longest, but they never could get anything. And so once the guy that was was one of the snitches, he got caught with how many kilos? 12 kilos of fentanyl.
He over there died.
50,000 pills. And so, of course, the feds went to him when he got caught in Mississippi. And that's when he started telling everybody. So, and another thing I noticed, we didn't see no celebrities. We didn't see no politicians. We didn't see none of the people in there. We just seen that boy family.
The insurance man.
And the executive insurance guy that was in there that was speaking on his behalf about what he does in the community. So let me just say this, y'all. Y'all got to be careful who you call your friends. And then you got to be careful with anything you do, because at the end of the day, we don't know if he's going to get a bond yet. Because one, the judge ended by saying that she has to chew on it. So they'll know something this evening. So with that being said, what really got me was that the federal prosecutor made this statement. The federal prosecutor said about all the stuff that he supposedly, all these allegations that he's supposed to have done, he turned around and ended it by saying, the turkey legs have come home to roost. I was out of there. You could have bought me for 2 pennies. I was done. So we just gonna stand by and see what's going on, man. Cause this is sad. That's all I can say. But he got some good lawyers, so we'll see how this can pan out. Y'all pray for his family, y'all. This is messed up.
What it do, everyday people, man? It's your boy PJ. Today we back with another lit ass video. Back in the confessional. Yes, we're staying lit, big dog, man. Shout out to my everyday people who rock with me every day. Shout out to my player partner, Lucky Wheels and Deals, man. He keeps it lit, man. Hey, check this out. If you want to unbig your back, don't go to Turkey Leg Hut, because it ain't going to be there. Matter of fact, you can come all the way to Oklahoma City. I'm going to use this opportunity. They say don't kick a person when they down, but I mean, it seemed like the perfect opportunity for me to promote my business, okay? You know, because we got to, legacy lives, life lives on. Life lives on. Listen, okay? Lynn had a very good turkey leg. You know what? My cousin, God bless my cousin, but he sent me a video of somebody cooking a turkey leg, and they put some greens on it. Mind you, they greens look hard as a rock. Not only that, they got them greens you get in the bag already cut into like slices, like they go through a slicer. Okay. And then the video showed the people putting candy yams or sweet potatoes, whatever. I think it was sweet potatoes, whatever they was putting on there. Then it was hard, undercooked, all this shit. I was like, bro.
Hey, everybody. And then, you know what? I got something to say. Because, you know, I'm a genuine person. I'm a real person. And I'm a loyal person. Right? And when I use the word friend, I take that very seriously. If I even let you in my circle, or if you just in my crew, you know what I'm saying? I take that very seriously. And so I feel some kind of way that a lot of these celebrities that Lynn kicked it with and stuff, didn't nobody show this man no solidarity. I ain't even seen not a damn pastor in there. And I know he donated to some churches. Damn, I ain't seen not a damn pastor in there. Nah, politicians, you know, I already know how they kind of move. You know what I'm saying? Like, if there's any trouble or anything going on, they ain't gonna be no around there. I don't give a damn you donating to their campaign and all that. Politicians, you know, they ain't coming. You know. But damn, the celebrities, I mean, I see y'all all on the pictures with them. Like, where the fuck y'all was at? Like, I just really feel some kind of way about that. Because I know if I'm your friend and you wrong, I'm still gonna be there. If you right, I'm still gonna be there. You know, I don't know what's up with these new friends or whatever the fuck they got going on. But I'm glad that he got a chance to see who was there. You know what I mean? Because that shit right there was fucked up. And I feel some kind of way about that. And if I step on some toes, I don't give a fuck. What you gonna do?
I mean, the proof is in the pudding, man. When you on top, everybody know you. Everybody know you when you up there. Hey, Lynn, can you do this? Hey, can you do that? Can you do that? Everybody that asks you for a favor, if anybody who asks you for a favor is there when you up, but then when you here, when you back on that level, and they can't ask you for no more favors? Is they there for you? Bro, that's all she's saying. That's all she's saying. She not telling us nothing new. She not reinventing the wheel. She just, the wheel is there. She taking the wheel, putting it on another vehicle, be like, oh, this wheel is bald, but it'd be good for mud tires. Slap it on another vehicle and roll with it. She telling y'all the same thing we've been telling y'all for years, man. People don't really care about you. They only care about you until they can't use you. But all I say is, use me, don't misuse me. Use me, don't misuse me, man. It's kind of hard to not be used out here. And shout out to the people who could have been my friends. They was my friends, but they turned out to be some bitch ass niggas, but they didn't want to be my friend. Anyway, everyday people, that's another story for a whole nother day. Like, comment, subscribe, and holler at you later. Peace.
Day and night. For some women, it can start working in as quick as 1 week.